Our sound is on. And, oops, can't transition to the screen I'm already on. Transition to this screen. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Is your coffee doing any better?
It is doing a little bit better. I haven't had any coffee medicine today, and I haven't coughed too much, but I'm still coughing a little bit here and there. So hopefully it will be gone soon-ish. But I feel well enough to stream. So, yeah. And hello, Elatron. We finally figured out the technical difficulties. The technical difficulties were I forgot that I changed the push to talk because of my cough, and I was playing D&D, and my partner and I were in the same room, so to avoid echo, that was also another reason I was up. So it was me being a goofball. But I figured it out. Yeah, anyway. What all have you been up to, Mom?
No, not much. Just the normal work. Oh, I did manage to face plant in the alley at bowling on Friday.
That is the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Why? What happened? You went to...
I think I dropped my heel too soon, and so my foot didn't slide because the heel of the shoe doesn't slide. It's the toe of the shoe, the front part of the shoe, and so my feet stopped moving, but with the momentum from the bowling ball, the front half kept going.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm going down. What fun. Gravity works.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I just got some bruises on my knee and a little lump on my shin from where it hit the edge between the edge of the approach and in the gutter because my knee ended up in the gutter.
Oh,
So,
no.
yeah, that was fun.
I'm glad it's just a little bit of bruising and not more. Being in the gutter could have been
Yeah, so my
the
best
edge
game
there.
was a 125 because, of course, it was during the first game. And then I
125 is
bowled
still a
horribly the rest of the
respectable
time.
score.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's still well below my average, so or well, not well below, but oh well. We still won 2 games out of the 3
Nice.
and took the series. So
I'm always happy when I break 100. It's not I don't always break 100 in bowling. I think it's respectable, at least, even if you're a bit disappointed. Yeah. I finished the series of Outward I was playing. Got to the end of the storyline that I was playing. It didn't have a nice roll credits moment, but that was, I don't know, the game's just sort of designed a little weirdly.
yeah,
But worked out well, I think. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else exciting to share. Elatron, do you have anything exciting to share? While we're waiting on that, I think
well,
over
there were
here,
some new Electron puzzles, so
there definitely were. Probably do those first. Oh, I didn't get puzzles ready. I guess I can get them ready later. Let's start off with the Electron puzzles. Got Electron here. To be these two, because I believe these are solved. And browser, and then there we go. And position. Alright, so we've got telekinesis, and we've got product link Sudokus. So let's go ahead and start with the first one here. And so Alright. Telekinesis by Electron. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Telekinetic properties. If the digit n is in a cell with a white arrow, the digit n steps in the direction of the arrow must be consecutive with n. If the digit n is in a cell with a black arrow, the digit n steps away from in the direction of the arrow must be in a 1:2 ratio with n. Not all telekinetic properties are necessarily given. So we've got a white property here, so this must be 1, 2, 3, or 4. And this one is 1, 2, or 3. That one can be more, we've got a diagonal one. Okay. 4.
And Electron responded, nothing exciting to share, have gotten sick a week ago, and still have a cough from it. No. Sorry to hear about your cough. Hopefully that gets better soon, or quickly.
Well, you know, all of these black property dots have to be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 and 8 are out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 is out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 is out. 6 is out. Looks like 5, so 6 and 8 are out. That looks like 3, so 4, 6, and 8 are out. And put an 8 here. But this is 1, 2, or 3, so the 8 actually doesn't. Where do we go from here? Can this one be a 2? Well, yeah, this can be a 2. It can't be a 2, 3. Although the 3 would end up being over here. Then that would have to be 1, 2. So it could be 2, 1, and then 3, 4. Just 5. The 1 would put a 2. The 2 would put 1 or 4. And the 3 would put a 6. One, 2, 4.
Okay. In column 1, the box 4. So the 1, 2, 3, 4 that's in the, or whatever, the bottom black arrow. Oh, no, I guess I was gonna say, I don't think it can be a 1, but I think it can,
Yeah.
now that I think about it.
A 1 would put a 2, which would make this a 3, and a 6. And then this would end up being 4, which would place a 5. You do a 1, 2, and a 4. It's fine.
Yeah, it was just the wrapping my head around the whole thing was what was throwing me off.
Yeah. Well, this can't be a 5, because that would be this one, but then 5 would have to connect with 4 or 6, neither of which can go here. So that's there, so that's fine.
A bit confusing to work with at first, I agree. Yeah.
I guess because this is the row that has the most in it. If this is a 6, that would force this to be a 3.
But in order. Yeah, okay.
You would have to have.
But that would put the other black Kropke in that. Yeah, that one cannot be a 3, because if that's a 3, then the other black Kropke is a 6, which makes a 3 in the first cell.
Right, okay, so this one just couldn't be a 3 ever, because it would
Right.
point at this one. That makes a lot of sense. If it's a 1, it would place a 2. A 2 would place a 1. And a 4 would place 2 or 8. I don't see a reason why that can't work. If this was a 3, it would make that a 6, but that doesn't. If this was a 3, it would make this a 6, it would make that a 3. If this was a 6, it would make that a 3. But I think this one's fine. It's just couldn't make those work.
All right.
They point.
Row 5, the second black Kropke. If that's a 1, 2, then the other black Kropke now has to be a 4, and the first cell has to be a 3, and so does the last one. So that can't be a 1. If it's a 2,
We get both of those being 1 or 4.
right, and then
And
the
a pair of 3s.
extremes are both 3s again.
Does a similar thing happen if this was a 1? Go 1, 2,
No.
3, 4, 6. It's because,
right.
Yeah, because this one was
So now if it's a 4,
this being 1 or 2, a 1 would place a 2, and a 2 would place 1 or 3. No. 4, we already have a 4. We have 1 through 4. Now we put a couple of 3s. So that means this has to be a 6 then, doesn't it?
yes.
Three, 2, or 4. If this is a 1, it places a 2 here. This is a 2, it places the 1 here. Either way, we've got 1 and 2.
It's the 1 and 2.
That's going to automatically place our 4, place our 6. 3, 6, 3. And this is going to do a similar thing. 1, 2, 2. But the 2 isn't forced to be a 1 this time.
Yeah, Elatron said very nice way of going through that. Always chuckle at everyone's first question if row 5, column 6 can be a 6.
One, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 and 3 don't work together, so that's out. The 1 would place a 2, and a 2 would place 1 or 4. Either way, we get 1 and 2.
That's
because a 1 pairs with the 2.
Yeah.
No. We're forced to have a 2, not a 1 and a 2. Because it can go 2 and 4.
Right.
But we get 1, 2, and 4 in the column. 2, 4, 3, 6.
Okay, now the 1, 4 at the bottom of that column. A 1 would place a 2, 4. 2 or 8. Row 5, column 7. Yeah, it's an 8.
Right, column 7 is the
8.
6.
Oh, right, it's the 6.
Oh, I think
he was correcting the row 5, column 6 to row. And that didn't even register at the time.
If this is a 1, this ends up being a 2. And if this is a 2, then I use 2 in one of these two. That is 2. Neither is that. The 1 would place a 2. Wait. This can't be a 1 now. If this was a 1, that's a 2, and this is broken. So this is a 4, placing 3 or 5 up here. 1 would place a 2, and a 2 would place a 1. Still don't have the 3 here, but I still know that 2 has to be one of those. One would place a 2, and 2 would place a 1 because the 4 is already out. that case, those are a 1-2 pair, and now that's a 4. Or 8, because I already have 2 over here. Well, no, 4 and a 5 could work still, but 3 doesn't work. So it would have to be 4 or 2, both of which aren't going to work.
Alright, the black cropped dot below it cannot be a 3 because it would have to be a 1 or a 2.
This can't be a 1. We would break that because a 1 and a 2 eliminate that possibility.
Right. So 2 would make a 4. The 4 would be 8.
4 can pair with 2 still. Oh, no, it can't, because one of these has to be a 2. You're right. One of these has to be a 2. This can't be a 1, because the 2 will break that and that. 2 would be here, but then that's even, so this doesn't work. It would have to be 1 or 3. Two, three, 4. Well, that can't even be a 4, so this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pair with 6.
Oh, box 1, the center, can't be a 5. I guess it might have been easier row 2, column 2.
As long as we got there. If this was a 4, that would point
Oh.
here.
Column 1, row 4. No longer be a 2? Oh, yeah, it can. It would be 1. Duh. Stupid. For some reason, I was just like, oh, it can't be a 1. It can't be because that can't be a 4. Never mind. I pretend I didn't say anything there. Can it really be a 2, though?
I mean, if we have a 2 here, it's a 1. That makes this a 2 and that a 1. Makes that a 2 and that a 1 or 3. This would end up being a 4 and an 8.
Oh.
2 there.
And
But a 1 would place a
consecutive.
2. Say again?
Oh yeah, 2 would place a 1 or 3. Okay. And now can it not be a 2? Oh. I flipped the question in my head. Well, if it's not a 2, then it has to be a 1.
Which would place a 2. Oh, if this can't be a 1, then this can't be a 2, which means it's a 1 and a 2. And then we get these 2's aligned, which doesn't work, obviously. So if that was a 1, that would be a 2, but then neither of those would work.
Right, okay.
So this must be a 2 and a 1, and 2 and a 1, 4 and an 8. This cannot be a 1 followed by a 2, so it's a 2 followed by 1 and 3 here. That's a 2, 1 and 3 again.
And
1, 2, not 1.
row 2, column 2 can no longer be a 6.
6 and 8 aren't consecutive. So those are what it's pointing at now.
If it's 3, it's 5. If it's 7, it's 9.
Well, actually, 3 doesn't work because it would have to pair with 4 or 2. This is a consecutive.
Oh, right, consecutive.
So that's 7 and 6 over here.
When I say 3 and 5, my brain is broken tonight.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9.
Oh, I have a feeling I was thinking consecutive to the one that never mind. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, electronics. Like I was quite confused about the 3 and 5, but I decided you'll figure it out anyways. Yeah, my brain's just broken tonight.
3 would not work with 5, 7, or 9. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 8 don't work together. If this was a 2, that would put 1 or 3 here, but obviously that doesn't work. 1 places a 2, a 5 would go 1, 2, 5, and 7. 5 would place 4, and 7, well, 7 doesn't work, so because 8 and 6 can't both go there. You either get a 2 here, or a 4 here. If this was a 2, 2 is not consecutive with 2. That doesn't work. A 1 has to be consecutive with 2, so that doesn't work. A 3 can be consecutive with 4. 5 and 8 are not consecutive. And, well, 6 can be consecutive with 5.
Bottom of column 5.
A 1 would pair with a 2, which obviously doesn't work. A 3 would put a 4 here. A 5 would put 4 or 6. a 6, 5, or 7. A 7, you have to do 6 or 8.
Right, and since it can only be 3, 5, or 9, an 8 would have to be a 7.
Or 9.
Or 9.
One would be with 2. That's fine. 2 be 1 or 3. That's fine. 3 with 2 or 4. 4 seems fine. 5 would have to also be a 4. Can't put a 6 there. 6 would have to be a 5 because there's no 7. 8 would have to be a 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And then 4. So close to 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. One and 2. A 3 would also be 2. 5 would be 6. 7 would also be 6. If I'm off. 1, 3, 5, 7 be 6 or 8. 8 be 7. 1, 3, 5.
Although column 7, the 8 has to be in box 9. Column 7.
Oh yeah. This 8 removes it from the rest of it. And that just places an 8 there. So the 9. Places 1 and 3. Well, 2 and 6 left over.
At 5, 9, yeah. Box 7.
4 pairs with a 5. 1 top. 2, 6. 6 pairs with 5. So that's all. These 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means that's an 8. 8's can go all the way over here, or a 9. 7, 9. 2, 4, and 6. 6. 6, 8. 9, so that's done. 3, place 4, or 5, so place 4. Leave.
Alright, so column 6 needs. The 4 can be placed in column 6.
6 there. Say again. 6.
Column 6, you can place a 4.
Here, there. Okay.
Well, in box 5, the 4 has to be in the center column.
Not necessarily, because 5 could place a 6 up here.
Oh, right. I was thinking it had to place a 4. Never mind. Broken brain.
I think I had said that earlier, which is why I thought that was going to work. That one's a 4. That's a 1. Roses. 1 and 5.
5.
2 and
3.
3. 2, 5, and 2, I think. 7, 9, 6. 1, 4, and
8. Yeah.
2, 5, 6, 9. There.
5, 7, 9 triple.
Leaves
4 and 8.
4, 6, 1, 6.
Bottom of column 5 is now a 3. Oh, no, because it can still be a 6
the 6
up there.
is up here.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's 5 and 6.
Yay! All right. This is an interesting puzzle. I always get stuck on thinking about the difficulty, which I saw that this was currently rated as 3 stars. I mean, that's probably where I would go with it. It took a little while to figure out what was going on with row 5 to force this to be a 6. And how that leads around. The logic here with the fact that neither of those could be 1s on the ends. Yeah, because if this was a 1 or that was a 1, it would break the other. It's difficult to spot. Yeah. I don't know. I have trouble figuring out what all I'm supposed to say here at the end. Gigi, I think the way you thought about everything and how you pencil marked was very good for this puzzle. Others had a lot more struggles finding some points. Yeah. It's definitely not like a super easy puzzle, but I think it's on the harder side of average, but I wouldn't necessarily vote it as hard. I think 3 stars is the right spot. But yeah.
It's nice seeing a new rule set.
Yeah, definitely. How many new rule sets have you made, Elatron? Because it feels like you've got a number of different things I haven't seen other setters do, but I don't know how much of that is because I haven't seen other setters do them. Or at least I don't think I've seen this sort of puzzle type before. Yeah. Alright, that one is done. And we're getting ready for product link Sudoku.
Let's see. Well, for this, I write something about it in the introduction.
Is that one for telekinesis? I haven't created Sudoku for quite some time. Or was that for this one? That's a set of puzzles. I should be reading this out loud. I hope you enjoyed the set of Sudokus I put together. If you're interested, I thought setting such a puzzle is even possible, and had a lot of trouble even setting a single one. After I managed to get a 6x6 to work, puzzle number 3, I decided to try to get a computer to generate some more. I'm getting the number link generator by Kamasale, maybe? To work for me, I combined it with the Sudoku and product band solver. I quickly coded and was surprised by it working instantly. That's always the interesting part of programming is when it compiles with no issues and runs first try, you know there's got to be some type of error lurking in the background. But, I don't know. It's always scary when it just works. Most puzzles it generated were not very fun to solve, though, but after solving dozens of puzzles, I managed to find 3 more that I liked. Generally, probably came up with like 10 new rule sets related to opening up to these old ones. When previous, there I explained something about coming up with the property rule. That was back here. I haven't created a Sudoku in quite some time, as the ideas I had never really worked out, but I finally finished one, which I'm proud to present today. Although I came up with the rule set myself, it didn't surprise me that it has already been come up with 3 years ago by Richard Stoltz in Remote Property. If you like this puzzle, you can find the same rule set there. Cool.
But you did come up with it independently, so.
Yeah. Even if it has been thought of before, it is always fun to still be able to do the independent stuff. Yeah. Alright. Okay, let's go in order. Puzzle number 1. Product link Sudoku number 1 by Electron. Sudoku. Fill each cell with a digit from 1 to 4. Each row n and each column n must contain exactly n different digits with repetition allowed as necessary. Each row and each column must contain exactly n different digits. Number link Arocone connects same shapes with contiguous orthogonal lines passing through the center of each cell. The lines may not cross or split. Product bands, the product of the digits on 2 of the same shapes must equal the sum of the digits on the line connected. Sudoku. Fill each cell with a digit from 1 to 4. Each row n and each column n must contain exactly n different digits with repetition allowed as necessary. So that would be like column 1 can only have 1 digit in it. So that would be all ones. Or it might just have 1 here and that's it. And then column 2 has to have 2 different digits in it. So maybe that's a 2 and a 3 like that. And then column 3 can be a 3, a 1, a 2, and another 2. Am I understanding that first rule set right? Every cell needs to be filled?
But they can repeat.
Yeah. So whatever I put in this cell here is the same all everywhere. Okay. Well, if we know that, then okay, this is blue. Then that would be yellow. Hold on. Those are the colors I have to use. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
column 1 is either all 1s, 2s, 3s, or 4s. Okay.
yeah. So I know
Column
this
4
is
just works like normal Sudoku. Okay.
blue or yellow. I can only put blue or red in here. This only has 2. So this can only be yellow if that's red. Alright. Okay, number link. Connect same shapes with continuous orthogonal lines passing through the center of each cell. The lines may not cross or split. So, if I'm understanding that,
blue to blue is going to have to go across the bottom. Yeah.
as in no lines may cross or split. In which case, that's the solved version of the product bands. The product of the digits on 2.
That's the puzzle finished.
The product of the digits on 2 of the same shapes. Product of the digits on 2 of the same shapes must equal the sum of the digits. Okay, so if I
the
made
green
this,
triangles have to be 1.
no, that wouldn't work. So let's say it was 3 and 2 and a 1, because 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. That
It's the sum of the digits on the line. Well, I don't know. Does it? Oh, maybe I misunderstood. I was thinking the line between and not the actual shapes. So
product of the digits on 2 of the same shape.
the shape numbers don't count. Okay.
Okay, so then this would be
my
wrong
thought was
unless I
correct.
made that
They were
as
all 1.
6.
Well, no, they would have to all be. Oh. Well, no, that would sum to 5. Or yeah.
Yeah.
3
So
times 2 is
6.
okay. I guess the shape doesn't have to have the same. If a 6 was allowed.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got the rules correct. Okay. In that case, restart. We already did do the coloring, so let me go ahead and put that back in there. Okay.
Yeah, because it's the digits 1 through 4,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because, 1 through 4, because that's the first part of the rules. So, this feels like it has to be all
have to
ones.
be the same number.
Because if these were all 2s, then that's 8, 10, 12. Well, I mean, I can do 4 and 3 for 12. Three, 4, 5, 6. But obviously I can't get to 18. These are 1s or 2s. If they're 1s, that's 6. Which means that this is either 2 times 3.
And you can't do
or
1 times 6.
And if they're 2s, then it has to be 3 times 4. So, either way, these two are different. Just to make that red. And they cannot be the same as these. And I know that these are 3 different digits with a minimum value of 6. And they're not going to have 1 or 2, so if they didn't have 1, then they sum to 9, and I can't put a 9 here. So this is going to have to be 8, which is going to have to be 2 times 4. That's purple. This one's going to end up being green. These can only be red or yellow. But this one cannot be red, because then I'd have 3 colors. So this is a 2. This is 2 or 4.
Well, that green square is going to have to be a 1 because...
Right.
And that's going to have to sum to...
This cannot be 2 or 4. No,
so
it has to be 2 or 4. But it can't be a 3. So it's... Yeah, because this is 2 or 3. And now, this has to be different. Because there has to be 3 numbers in here. Except the multiplication's going to be wrong. Because I can't put a 1 in here. No, this is row 3. 1, 3, 4. This is a 1, and that's a 2. There we go. First try. Alright. I kept getting confused on the rule set. And I do apologize for talking over you quite so much.
No, that's alright, because I was wrong most of the time anyway. Just because, apparently, like I said earlier, broken brain.
Okay. Then, the last row of all 4 puzzles. Oops. Puzzle 2. Okay. Then, if I've got the rule set right, then those have to go like that. Orange is going to go like this, blue like that, yellow like this, red like that, and I'm just going to do green again over here. I know all of this is the same. And this is maximum.
Column 1 is going to all be the same. That means the yellow, the center digit is going to be the same as what's below it. So the one to the right has to be a 1. And Elatron says, to be completely honest, I'm not sure how much the coloring will help you, but if it doesn't confuse you, go on with it.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have been doing the coloring over here. It really wasn't that useful. Kind of more so just did the coloring because I had done that at the beginning. So I was trying to think through the options, but just using the numbers was a lot better. This is 4x. And this is x. So this has to be 4.
Right.
Okay, well that means that these are only 1s or 4s. And since those are the same, this is only 1 or 4s. Since these are 1 or 4s. But I can't put a 4 again in here, so these are 1s, these are 1s. If this was a 5, that would be a 1, because that would be 2 and 3. But I already have a 1 down here, so this can't be 5. And now this cannot be 7, because 7 is prime and not allowed in the puzzle. So this has to be 2 times 4. 2, 3, and 5. And this is 1 larger than this one, because the sum of these two equals this. So this is smaller than that. And if this is a 3, that would be a 4, which I already have over here. So this is a 3, a 2, a 5, a 3. Means these are 1 or 2s. Well, if these were both 2s, then that's a 1. And if these are both 1s, then that's also a 1. Except these don't have to be the same. They used to be different, and then those are the same. But in either case, this is row 3. I need to have 3 different digits. 3, 4, or 5. This is column 3. I cannot put a 4 unless I have a 1. Darn it. 1, 2, 3, or 4. If I put a 5, those would both be 1s, which is still technically possible.
Except, if that's a 5, you can't make you can't sum. Oh yeah, you can, because you can repeat. Never mind. I keep forgetting that.
Although, if this was a 5, it would have to be 2 1s and a 3. but then I would only have 1, 2, 3 different digits in column 4. So this is not a 5.
Okay, we know they can't both be 4 because you can't get to 16.
Okay.
Because 4 and 5 is 9, you'd need 7. So they can't both be 4.
So
But
these two are
if the bottom is 4, the top would have to be 1, and you can't do that because 3 and 1 is already 4.
Yeah. One, well,
Oh. Yeah, the bottom one can't be 1 because 1 times 1 is obviously 1, and 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 plus 3 is already 4.
right. Could this be 1 to begin with? Because this is now maximum 3 if this is a 1. This has to be a 4. Because now has to be minimum 8.
Right.
Could get to 12. But now I have 3 different digits, so I can't use a 2. So that's a 1, that's a 3. And this isn't affected. 1, 2, 3, yes. 2 3s, so I have to have 4 different digits, which means I have only 1 copy. So this must be a 2, this must be 4 or 5. And now this is a 2, so that's a 2. I already knew that this had to be different.
Right, so now they sum to 12.
And this is my copy. Because it either copies the 4 or the 1. So I cannot reuse a 4. That's a 5, that's a 3. And now, as you said, 12, 8
So that's a 4.
requires a 4. Okay. Now, copy. Paste. 4 minutes, 8 minutes. Alright. Number 3. Sudoku. Fill each cell with a digit from 1 to 6. Each row n and each column n must contain exactly n different digits. Okay, no new rules. Alright. Skip blue, 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 red, purple, orange, green, green. Oh,
Okay, cross row 1, the end of it.
right, that's 2. Okay, one of these is a 1, and the other is whatever this is, which could mean they're all 1s. The same is true here.
Why does it have to be a 1? I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, no, I could do 2 2s and a 4 and be just fine. That was also true of previous puzzles. It's just by the time we thought about these types of ones. these are all the same. So they're 3x. But that doesn't mean that I have to put 3 and x together.
Well, we know it can't be 3 because that would be 9. And the only way to get 9 would be 3 times 3, which would break the
Right.
bottom row.
Can't be 2, because we've got 2 there. And 3, like you just said.
Can it be 6?
I mean,
well, yeah,
you do
6
3 and
times 3.
6.
15 would be 3 and 5. 12 could be 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. And 1 would have to be 1 and 3.
Except, this is column 2. So whatever these 2 are,
would also have to be in the top.
yeah. This has to include x as one of the 2 digits. So this would have to be 1 and 3, or 3 and 4, 3 and 5, 3 and 6.
And the 3 has to be on the bottom. Otherwise,
right,
it would
because
break.
it can't be the same as that. Okay. Because if it wasn't a 3 times whatever those were, it would be something, or, yeah. Then it would be something else. Because, like, with 3 6s, that would have to be 3 times 6. Because 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. Which is, with the limited values we have, 3 times 6. 15 has to be 3 and 5. But 2 times 6 for 12 isn't allowed. Because it would be 4 here, and a 2 and a 6 in column 2, and I'm not allowed to have 3 different digits there.
Now, the green triangles.
Yeah.
Since it occurs.
Well, since we know that this is x, and we've got 4x already, this cannot be a 2.
Right.
It also cannot be a 1. And it can't be a 4. I don't know how much of that you said, because it sort of sounded like the internet ate some of your words.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was going for, but okay. That's fine.
And in this row, I'm only allowed to use 2 different digits, so that actually takes out 1 and 4 from everything. And now, because this row has a 3, this has to be 5 or 6. This is 2, 5, or 6. Now,
it can't be 6 because
there's only 4 of these.
Right. So if it was 6, then you're going to have 6 on both triangles because the triangles are going to be the same. So they're going to be 5s.
Right. Okay, this one. 6 times 3 is 18. I can't represent. 4 times 3 is 12. Can't represent. 2 times 3 is 6, which I'm in row 5 is a possibility. If this was a 1, then these two would be the same, which only works if they're 3. And 2 doesn't work with 5, so that means this is a 3, and this is either 3 or 6. Because if this was a 5, then it can't be a 2. And so a 5 would force a 1, and then I have 3 5s in the row that I need 5 different digits. And if I have 3 that are the same, 1, 2, 3, and 5 is only 4 of the possible 5 digits. So this is a 3. This is a 3 or a 6. I should have known that these had to be a pair of 5s from the beginning, because since this is some multiple of that, and we've got 4 of these already on here, that means that this last one has to be whatever this is. I think? Maybe? Maybe not? Oh, never mind.
Well, we know in column 3, those last 2 digits are different.
Yeah.
So that gives us the 3 digits in there.
1, 2.
So just not
3,
not a
6,
4.
5. Yeah. There are 3 different digits in this row.
Right.
If this is a 5, well then that would have to be a 5 and a 2. If this is a 3, well then that would have to be a 2 and a 1. If I have to have 3 different digits in this row, I cannot do 3, 2, 1. These are 2 5s and 1.
No, 2.
Right. Well, this cannot be 2 or 5. So that's our last digit. That doesn't matter. So, okay. We know what the sum of this all is. It's 21 minus 7, which is 14. Which is probably simpler because 4 and 6 is 10 and 1 and 3 is 4.
And 2 and 6 is 2 times 6 is 12. So that's got to be a 5 up there. And that's 4 or 6 on the bottom. Because it's already 14. That sums to 14 plus whatever's over there.
Which would have to be 1 for 15 or 6 for 20. And 5 times 6 is 30. This is 4 for 20. 2, 5, and 6 means that's 6. Means this is 1. It's not. 2, 6, 6. 5, 6. 3, 4. I already have my copy, so these have to be different digits. What am I doing? 6, 5, 4.
Okay, well, it can't be 3. The heart is going to have to be a 1.
That makes that 6. I have my copy, so I can't put another 3, so that's a 4, that's a 3. This is column 4, so 5, 2, and 6 are 3 different digits. 5, 2, and 6 aren't allowed. These are minimum 4, because if you put 2 2s together, you make 4. Okay, good. I had been liking the puzzle each time. Alright. Almost there. Last one. Okay.
Same rules.
Yep. Red. Yellow. That's not how that works at all. Well, wait. Yes, it could be. Well, it's gonna have to be. It has to go there.
Oh, look at the
up,
blue.
and
Yeah.
Blue has to connect. Here, blue there, here, green here, and finish off.
Okay. Well,
That's
the blue stars is simple enough. It's 4x, so it's all 4s.
And immediately changes it to 5 for no reason.
I don't know, guys. You always seem to struggle the second half of the puzzles.
Well, I feel like
After getting the lines so quickly.
well, it depends on how you define half of the puzzle, because the lines are fairly straightforward. There's not that much wiggle room for the lines. Like, this is forced, that's forced, which basically makes this one forced. And then this one ends up being forced. So yeah, the lines are pretty set. I don't know.
Okay, the red circles.
Yeah.
The corner can't be 6 because of what you have, of what we have there. The only thing you can multiply to get 6 is 1 and 6, and you can't repeat.
Right.
And 5, you can't. There again, 1 and 5.
And I obviously can't get 1.
Well, that doesn't work.
1, 3, 5, 6. So we know neither of these are 1. So that the minimum 3 times 3 is 9. Then did we mess something up? But that has to be 4x.
Oh, right.
And since these are both x, then 4 times 4 is 4x. And this is 2 times 4. That's 1 times 4.
Okay.
So I get to have 2 here. So now we can have 2 and 3 to get 6.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the green crosses there. Yeah, Electron. Well, clearly you first filled all cells with lines, then filling them with numbers must clearly be the same work.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. I mean, I can't even press in the right numbers. It's a 5 again now. Alright, I just want to make sure. Okay, I know I can't do a 1, because if that was a 1, then this would be x, and that would be that, and that's not going to work. 6 times 2 is 12, 5 times 2 is 10, so this is forced to be 3. That can't be a 3. You can't make 5 as a multiple of 3, so it's going to have to be like that. 6, 2 and 6.
Well, the yellow can't have a 1 on the symbol because you can't. Oh, yeah, you can. There's
I mean,
enough there to duplicate.
this is minimum 3, and 3 is 6, and 1 is 7. And 1 times 5 is not more than 7, so that's a 5, and that's a 1.
Oh yeah.
5 times 5 is 25, and if I made all of those 6, that would be 24, but this can't be a 6. So this is a 3, and that's a 5. So we know that this is 10. Okay, 4. I mean, 1, 2, or 3. This is minimum 6, so that can't be a 1. I could make this a 2 and get 8 with 2 2s and a 4. But regardless, this row is going to have 1, 2, 3 different numbers, and it's already row 3.
3.
So this cannot be a 1, therefore it's a 4. Let's do 3, 4. If this was a 2, then this could not be a 2, because I can only have 1 repeat. But then this also could be a 4, because I couldn't have a second repeat in the column that has only 1 repeat. So this is a 3, and this is 4, and that's 4, and that's 4.
The green triangles.
Green triangles.
Yeah. The sum is going to be either 6, 9, or 12. Oh,
6, 9, and 12 is not a multiple of 5. I guess I could technically bring in a 6 here. It's 2 times 6.
Well, no, except that would put 4 different digits in column 3.
Yeah.
And you can't put 6 with 3 or 4. So it's either 2, 3, or 3, 4. Okay.
4, 3, 3.
Yeah.
This one can have 2 repeats. Yeah, because it says 1 repeat, this would have 2.
Oh, the yellow, the 3 that are not definite yet, sum to 9.
Yeah.
So we know there's a 1 in there.
Yeah.
Because it can't be 5 and 6. So the other sum to 8. So it's either a 2 or a 3.
Here.
Yeah.
And this row only has 1 repeat. And that has to occur in this grouping. So that makes this a 1. Is that right? Because this is, if this is a 3, then that's a 2. If this is a 2, then this is a 3 or a 4. So this would have to be a 1. And then this can't be a 1. So that's
Okay, so now that doesn't, so it's either now 6 or 9.
which
So
means
4
no
is out.
4s. Either way, this is a repeat, so this cannot be 1 or 4. And this,
So the blue square there has to be 2 or 3. Because column 3,
yeah. And this can't be a 5. Well, minimum it's 6. So that's
right.
2 times 3, which is 6.
And column 4 can't have a 2 in it. Because 3, 4, 5, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And that's the 3 is the repeat in row 5.
And
And
that's
that's a
2.
5 that's left.
And this is 6, so that's a 1. First try.
The blue square
Alright.
didn't have to be 2 or 3, by the way.
It didn't?
But it didn't really matter because the higher numbers makes no sense in the product anyway.
Are you referring to the lower blue square? Because this can't be 5 or 6, because this has to be from 3, 4, or 5, because it's in row 3. And it can't be a 1.
Yes, I think you were arguing with the column 3.
And I was referring to the multiplication here as to how I narrowed it down to 2 or 3. Because this had to be from 3, 4, or 5, which means the most that this can be is another. Well, it couldn't be another 3. So that forced that to be a 2, actually. The minimum being a 3 here. And since that was the minimum, and I couldn't repeat a 1 again, then that forced that to be that way. Yeah, I think.
Okay, then all good.
Yeah. And then, yeah, this one couldn't be a 2 because I've already got 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 in column 4. I can't have another new digit, so that's a 3. 2 1s and a 3 is 5, another 5 is 10, another 5 makes 15. And now I've got
the green triangle is a 2 because of the repeat of the 3.
Right, and that makes that a 1. There we go. First try again. Anyway, we put in the solution code, and very nice. I found those fun to go through. Even if I cannot put in the numbers correctly. Yeah. I don't know. Somehow we got through puzzle 4 faster than puzzle 3. But it doesn't really matter. Or are you saying, wait, the ending of this puzzle is really intricate, refers to puzzle 4, correct? Not the whole set?
Yes.
Okay. It was definitely some careful number matching. But yeah. Alright. Finished all of those. Difficulty. I guess I kind of want to just go with average. Drawing the lines was simple enough.
I had some people tell me 4 is harder than 3. The thing is that the break-in of puzzle 4 is easier, but the ending of it required a lot more counting and such.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up putting it last.
Yeah, I don't, I mean, we definitely got through puzzle 4 faster. And we probably would have gotten through it even faster.
With the mistake.
Yeah. But the speed of getting through the puzzle is not necessarily the same as the difficulty, which is one of the difficulties of assigning difficulty to a puzzle is like, how much of the time was making mistakes? How much of the mistakes are between the keyboard and the chair, and how much of it is that the puzzle is really finicky, and is easier to make a mistake in than just simply the brain misfires. But yeah, I don't know.
Aw, I definitely expected you two to be quite good at these. Thank you.
I appreciate that. I mean, we're both mathematically inclined, except when it comes to those modulus puzzles. We keep forgetting about that trick. But at least I keep forgetting about that trick. Yeah. All right. My brain has run out of words to say. Anything else on these puzzles, Mama?
Nope, I just really enjoyed them.
Yeah, they were fun. All right. We've got 12-ish minutes, so I might be able to grab one puzzle from our set from Cracking the Cryptic.
Also, funnily, one of the hardest parts of constructing the puzzle was drawing the shapes.
Oh, the shapes in the background. What?
Especially the triangle is the most difficult.
How do you have to draw them? Because I would actually think that the heart would end up being the most difficult one. Just because it's I don't know, it depends on the how the software works the shape drawing stuff. Because like I know circles and squares are already like built into the puzzle, but like if it's not already a built-in, then that might require more definitions. I draw by creating a square and then overlapping white shapes at 60-degree angles to cut out the correct parts for the triangle. That is probably, or very definitely, quite frustrating. In that case, well, I guess in that case, the heart is probably a pink square, followed
2 circles
by,
and a rotated square.
yeah. Okay, so if the rotated square is easy enough to do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see how that would be quite frustrating to get right, especially if you need to position things correctly, and how finicky the software is for that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and try this puzzle real quick before we run out of time. We are going to do Deja Vu by Odd Von de Wettering. Normal Sudoku rules apply in the positive diagonals, i.e., the blue marked diagonal and the diagonals parallel to it. The difference between two neighboring digits is only 4 or 5. Along the blue marked diagonals, all digits are different. That difference is only 4 or 5, well, that would mean this is 5 or 6.
No.
Why not?
The diagonal parallel to it. The 2 neighboring digits. Draw diagonals parallel to the blue one. Yes, along those 2, it would be 5 and 6 to the right and above and to the right of the 1. Would be a 5-6 pair.
So you're saying that these 2 are 5, 6, and not this one?
Yes.
Positive diagonals, i.e., the blue marked diagonal, and the diagonals parallel to it. Difference between 2 neighboring cells
And
oh wait. No. Yeah, the stream microphone should be all the way over there. So this should not end up on stream.
okay, Electron's got a lot of. Okay, let's do the last puzzle. Yes, I agree. I think the blue one also counts, and also the ones 2 parallel. I think all 17 diagonals count. They act like a weird German whispers line.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go look at the Cracking the Cryptic video that this one's from, and listen to Mark explain the rules. Okay.
Yeah, so it's all the positive diagonals.
Yeah, so in that case, first try. And first try. There we go. Alright, so this has to be 5 or 6. If this was a 6, I'd have to have another 1, so this is 5 and 9. So then this has to be 4 or 5. I cannot. No,
I don't think that's what it is.
So that's what Mark just described it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was thinking he was. I must not have listened to that part. Okay. Guess.
So then the 5 removes that, so that makes that a 4. This would have to be 8 or 9, but we've already got 8. If I subtract 4, that gives me 4, so I subtract 5, 3. Add 4 to get 7, subtract 5 to get 2, add 4 to get 6. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, going up from the 2 is either 4, no, plus 4 is 6, plus 5 is 7. That would be 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 9, 8. And actually, it can't get to 9 because 5 plus 3 is 8. But all of the rest of the diagonals can repeat.
Yeah.
Get 1 or 9. 6 would be 1 or 2. 7 can go down to 3. 4 and 4 is 8, so that's not allowed. If this was a 6, we'd have to pair with 1 or 2. So that actually forces the 6 to go here, because it doesn't work inside the box. And I think this is going to have to end up being 3, 7. Yeah, because if I put a 7 in here, it's too close to 4, and obviously 8 is too close as well. So it's going to be 3, 7, and 4, 8. So some pairing. 1 plus 4 is 5, 6, 7. 1 plus 4 is 5, 2 plus 5 is 7. So that ranges from 5 to 7. And 1 or 9. And then 7 minus 4 is 3. I get 1, 2, or 3. But 3 in the box means that's 1, 2, or 9. I think I have to think of this in high-lows. Because whatever this digit is, let's call it 3. This one's going to be purple. And this one will also have to be purple, because it doesn't contain a 5. I could get a 9 here, though. No, I can't get a 9 there, obviously. But I can't get a 1. Because I would have to have a 5 or a 6 to get to 1. So this will be purple, and this will be green. Yellow and orange. Yellow and orange. Because again, this can't be 9. Nor can it be 1. The 6 and 5 are the only things that get to 1.
Where does 6 go in row 8?
In any of those? I guess if I put a 6 here, it would be 1 and 2. So that would force 7 and 3. Oh, I can't put a 6 here. Because that can't be 1 or 2. In fact, 6 isn't going to work in any of these. So, because wherever I put a 6, I would have to put 1 or 2 below it. So that's a 6. Those aren't. This isn't a 3 anymore. That's it. Oh, I can no longer... No, 2 plus 5 is 7.
Where does 9 go in row 7? There is a 9 in row 7. Wait.
But the same trick worked with the 5 6s. Yeah. I mean, 5 and 6 pair with 1. So that would be, where does 1 go here? So if I take out all of those, I cannot put a 1 here because this does not contain 5 or 6. If this was not a 1, then any of those being a 1 would put a 5 or 6 in this row. But there's already a 5 or a 6 here. So that forces a 1 there. That takes out 7.
So now, going up that diagonal where that 5 6 is, it's still highlighted.
Yeah.
That can't be a 3.
If this was a 1, those would both be 5. 6 and 2.
Okay, well, in box 9, since one of those two has to be 6, they're on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's going to have a 1 or a 2 above it. So 5. Well, it could. Yeah, that's.
I mean, if I did it this way, then I have to place a 5 in here with the 9 above it. But that seems fine. And then to show the way that 1 works with
Right.
a pair of 5s. I mean, this would be 6, 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 5 is 7, 3. Sudoku is fine.
But we do know that 6 has to go in one of those 2 boxes in box 9.
Right.
2 cells, whatever.
1 is here. Which means, well, if this is 1, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
For the 5.
And cell 9, or I guess cell 81, whatever that last cell doesn't matter because it doesn't have anything diagonal to it in a positive direction.
I know that I can't put a 5 in either of these, because I cannot get 1 or 9 here. So what is possible here? 3 plus 4 is 7. And then 8 minus 4 is 4. 5 would be 3. And then 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 and 4. That's 3, 7, or 8. This one, again, 3 plus 4 is 7. And then 8 minus 4 is 4. So, again, I don't have 1 or 9, so neither of these can have 5. But can I get 2, 4, or 6? Obviously I can't get to 4, but a 2 can get to 6. So I can end up with a 5 here. Or no, a 1 here. But, hold on, let's go through the logic. 4, 3, 2. Takes out 3 and 4. So, an 8's not allowed here because I can't get to 3 or 4. And then 2 plus 4 is 6. 5 would be 7. 3 plus 5 is 8. There's already an 8 in here. So that's 2, 6, or 7. How does this one work? 3 plus 4 is 7. Plus 5 would be 8, but it doesn't matter. 8 connects to 3 or 4, so that's not allowed. And 7 minus 4 is 3, minus 5 is 2. And because 1 or 9 isn't in here, the pattern continues. This is purple, this is orange. Oh, yellow. Uh, 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 5 is 7. And 7 minus 4 is 3, minus 5 is 2. Can't use a 3. 2, 6, 7 triple makes this 5 guaranteed, and 2 is out. Two is out. This must be 1 or 9. 7 can't reach 1, and 2 can't reach 9. This is a 6, that's a 1, that's a 9. Not a 6 is a 9. 6 and 7 is out. That's a 5, that's 1. No. 4 or 5. Again, 1 or 9 is possible. And then 4 goes to 9 or 8. And again,
row
9.
3. Yeah, row 3, column 6 is green.
Right, is 2 and 7. 2 goes to 6 or 7. And 7 goes to 3 or 4. No,
and
3 or 2.
Yeah, the yellow-orange diagonal. Yellow is low.
Right.
And you can get that the box. Yeah. Going down from the 2 in box 8 down to box 7.
2 can't hit 8. So that's 3 and 7. 4 and 8. That's 6. That's a 1. This is either. This has to be 5. Already 6 box. Blue.
Aww.
Is blue.
Elatron said, I like the single green 7. And no!
6 pairs with 1 or 2, but 6 can't pair with 1 or 2. There's already a 1 or 2 box. This be a blue 3 or 4. Press the keyboard shortcut that I need to.
9 can't go to 3. 9 goes to 4 or 5.
And 3 can't go back to 9. Alright. 1 is out.
Alright, so 5 in box 8.
That's out, that's out. 5 is one of those 2. 9 is one of these 2, which is, perfectly fine. I guess this column 9, 7, 4, 2, 6, 1, 3. That's just a 1.
I feel like there might actually be something that's covered by the coloring once the puzzle is finished. Can you read it on your screen, on yours?
Oh, yes. I feel like there might actually be some insight in the coloring once the puzzle is finished.
Oh.
One, 2. Got 4 red digits there. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. So that 9's out, that's 9, 5. Still need a 7. Those 2. And then 3, 4. Clearly this can't go to 4, so that's 7. This is 8. This will be 3. So 4. That's be red.
Row 8, that's a 1-2 pair.
That doesn't help. 6. 5
That's
has to
4 and
be
5.
here. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 6, 7. Okay. Alright, this is a. I was about to say it's 12. It's 2.
The 2.
I saw all the blues, but.
Yeah. 8 and
9.
9.
It's not a 3. It's red. It's a 6. 3, blue, 1. Those are red. What's left over here? 2 blues, 2 and 4. 4 and 2. That's going to force both of those to be red. So this
6,
is also
7,
red.
8.
Fixed. 4 can't get to 6, so that's an 8, 7. 6. 8 can't get to 5, so that goes this way. It's 9. This has to be a blue 4.
Oh, nice.
6 must be how that works. Blue 3, which is 8. An 8, so it's a 7. This has a 4, and then this is an 8. Okay.
Eltron started running this year and improved 5K time quite a bit today and yesterday. Nice.
Nice.
Changed the 5s from gray to red blue.
There's somewhat of a stripy pattern.
Deja vu.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the deja vu is reminiscent of anything in particular.
Some sort of pattern, but not perfect, yeah.
5 kilometers is about 3 miles. I don't remember the exact difference between those, but they're close enough. I used to have to run 3 miles for reasons. And I got my time down quite a bit, but the last time I went running, my hips basically killed me. I could barely climb stairs. So I need to work back up if I ever want to run again. I'm in physical therapy, but I missed my last appointment due to the flu. But hopefully I can build the strength back up in my hips and knees and such. But what's your 5K time at? I used to get close to 18 minutes. But I never got under 18 minutes, which was the target. My last 3-mile run was it was like 18:20, something like that. My watch beeped saying I missed the 18-minute mark. So I basically was like, okay, time to stop trying. I mean, it's the last one I needed to do anyway. But yeah, 18 minutes is crazy. I have no idea how I was that fast. But because I never really put that much effort into my physical fitness, which is killing me now. I guess I did put a little bit of effort into physical fitness because I did martial arts for a while. But I guess I didn't think of it as putting effort into physical fitness, but I mean, obviously it was. So, yeah. 26 is a really nice time though. Definitely something to be proud of.
And especially since you started running this year.
Mm-hmm. because 18, if you ran exactly 18 minutes, that's 10 miles an hour. If it's 22 and a half, that is, I'm just gonna grab a calculator. Distance equals rate times time. So I want to solve for rate, which is distance, 3 miles divided by 22.5 minutes.
Yeah, 5K is 3.1 miles.
Yeah. So that's 8 miles an hour. So that's a decent speed. Which I'm pretty sure is in the upper percentages of times. So let's see. I guess it was the scoring for what I did was 18 for calculator. Here we go. Every 10 seconds was a point off from 100. So you would have scored 100 minus 12 minus 3, about 85 points. Okay, 2140 if you stopped at 3 miles. So then you would have scored a little bit more than 85. So yeah, I mean, more than 8 miles an hour, however that converts into kilometers. But yeah. All right. It is 10:24. So I believe we're gonna have to hit the stop button here. Anything else that you have that you want to talk about, Mama?
Now it was nice to have Elatron join us again.
Definitely. Glad we were able to stream again, because my cough is manageable. I coughed, 2-3 times during the stream. So that is looking better than previous streams where I've just coughing all the time. All right. Transition over here. Well, to be fair, I didn't exactly advertise that I was going to be streaming, and I just sort of like, it's time to do it. I feel okay. Let's just put it on the internet. Yeah, I didn't announce it. I just put it on the thing last minute. Because I wasn't feeling up to it on Monday, but I was on Tuesday, and I sort of just decided to do that, like literally right before hopping on. I hadn't thought about it all day, whether it was going to be streamed or not. So, eventually I will get to streaming more randomly. How is it I'm trying to phrase this in? As far as like the yeah, what I'm trying to say is that I want to stream more regularly. When it comes to the like regularly scheduled stuff, so that is Sudoku Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, that's gonna stay. But for the rest of the week, I'm going to hopefully start streaming more frequently, even if it isn't like announced ahead of time. I know a regular schedule is better for the algorithm, and it's better for people who want to dedicate some time to swing by and say hi. Even though streaming content isn't really the type that you sit down and listen to all of it. Usually, I greatly appreciate Electron being here the whole time. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the thing is, I want to start streaming, if not every day, close to every day is the goal. And now that my cough is a lot better, then maybe I can start doing that again, or approaching that again. I never got to a point. Well, I guess there was a time where I was streaming every day, but that was during college, so I had more free time to just sort of do stuff. And I don't know. I am babbling at this point. So final thoughts from everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Yep. See you tomorrow. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time if you want more Sudoku content. I finished Outward, so I don't know exactly what game I'm going to be playing this Saturday. I will likely still be playing a game at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday with my friend. And it's probably going to be Monster Hunter Wild, or Wilds, whatever. How is it plural or single? Monster Hunter World. Wilds is the new one. Wrong button. Okay. It'll probably be Monster Hunter World. Aside from that, Final Fantasy VI is the next solo game I'm going to be streaming. And yeah. And if you haven't liked, commented, subscribed, rung the notification bell, and shared all of the videos, every single one of them, you have to share all of them. Then goodbye.